Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to deliver your November 2016 mid-month readings. I am still using the Gilded Tarot deck by artist Ciro Marchetti, and even though we're focusing more on the last couple of weeks of November 2016, I'm still going to be pulling the same 8 cards with an additional ninth card from the bottom of the deck as your crowning card representing overall energy and advice for the reading. These are general readings, and of course, they're not going to mean the same things for everyone watching because there's so many of you watching. Everybody has different things going on in their lives. So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well. If you know them and if you can, you may find, as I do, that watching all three of your signs, sun, moon, and rising, may give you different clues and pieces of the picture in different areas of your life with each of the signs. And watching all three of them gives you as whole a picture as possible of the time frame ahead that the readings cover. So watch all three if you can. I find it quite useful. Thank you. Always a note of gratitude before we start with this reading. Thank you for those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow so faithfully and so loyally. Your feedback and support are very much appreciated and most welcome. Thank you so much for that. Keep the comments coming. I do love reading them, and I do take the time to read each and every one, although I, of course, don't have the time to respond to them personally. But thank you so much for sending them. Thank you to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings. Always an honor and a pleasure to read for you. I love doing personal readings. I'm very grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And thank you to my regular clients as well for allowing me to be an ongoing part of the chapters of your life as they unfold, and for the frequent updates and how those readings continue to play out for you in your lives. Welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for watching and for subscribing should you choose to do so. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage if you haven't read with me before. That'll give you a little more information and my email address. You can contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to do a reading for you or anyone else you send along. I also do gift readings for people. We're headed into the holidays, and I'm already getting orders for readings for gifts for other people. Personal readings make a very personal and unique gift for people, so you may want to consider that going into the holidays. I do readings from 15 minutes up to 90 minutes, and I also offer a 1-hour annual overview and outlook, which is quite popular at the end of the year as people prepare for the new year. So something to keep in mind as well. I do readings full time, 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you pretty quickly and schedule a reading within a fairly short period of time. Current turnaround time is anywhere from a couple of days up to 2 weeks. Almost always within 2 weeks we can set something up, but the average wait time is a few days to about a week or so. So if you're interested, email me and we'll go from there. So let's get right into this, moving right along. This reading is for Gemini for November 2016 mid-month. Show me the energies for the air sign of Gemini. Gemini the twins, the two faces of Gemini for the remainder of November 2016. Gemini, November 2016 mid-month. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? Gemini, November 2016. Feedback, guidance, advice, and any messages from Spirit for Gemini for the remainder of November 2016. Okay, Gemini. We begin with the Emperor, followed by Judgment. We have the Magician, followed by the Four of Wands, the Six of Cups, followed by the Five of Wands in reverse. And at or towards the end of November 2016, we have the Three of Wands, accompanied by the Queen of Swords. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the Sun. You have 4 major arcana cards out of 9, including the crowning card, Gemini. So divine timing and orchestration is strongly at play over the next few weeks. Some pretty strong advice too. I'm feeling kind of a standing up for yourself, making some decisions and maybe having some conversations with people, particularly in connection to the past, that kind of finish something. making some hard decisions, I think, but it's about speaking your truth and feeling some of you may be walking away from a relationship and connected with the past, but actually feeling a real sense of lightening up and a sense of having achieved a rather epic kind of closure. Um, but overall, a lightening up of energies with the Sun card as your crowning card. I mean, the Sun card coming up, it's one of the best cards in the tarot. It's a major arcana card. It increases any positive energy in the reading and lessens any negative or challenging energy in the reading as well. So let's begin, Gemini. So we find ourselves around the middle of November 2016. I'm recording this on the 11th with a rather powerful combination of major arcana cards. We have the energy of the Emperor paired with Judgment. So the Emperor, I'm feeling for a lot of you, this is actually representative of an actual specific person in your life. For some of you, this is going to be a father or a father figure, a paternal figure, as the Emperor can sometimes come up that way. This could also represent, for others of you for whom this is not family related, this could be a judge or somebody who's in a position of a significant status and authority who has the ability to make to make decisions which have outcomes that are pretty significant and profound. Some of you, it may be involved in a legal situation, litigation, lawsuit, anything like that, where you're waiting for a decision, an outcome of something. And for those of you for whom that resonates, I feel like whatever this is, it's been going on for quite a while, and it has something to do with the past. We do have that Six of Cups showing up here as well. And again, for others of you, this is something to do with your father or a paternal figure, or somebody else in your life who kind of sort of has that role. And I feel like there's been some, for those of you for whom that's more paternal energy, I feel like there has been, um, or it could be a husband or somebody in your life who's kind of showing up, but I feel like they're older. And I feel like there's been a challenge within this relationship. The Emperor can sometimes also represent a person in terms of energy who's perhaps controlling and a bit domineering. The energy of the Emperor is very structured, very rigid, very unyielding, attention to detail. The energy can be neutral depending on the cards that surround it, but structure, discipline, attention to detail, analytical energy. There's also a sense of doing what's right, but taking time to make a decision because the outcome and consequences will be profound and significant and perhaps affect a variety of people because that's what the job of the emperor would be. So again, I'm getting kind of a feeling this is where the story splits off. Legal issues for some of you, and this represents a judge. You're waiting for a decision, an outcome, or one is forthcoming right around now. For others of you, father figure, paternal figure, somebody who's playing a role in your life of an older person. But again, the energy with this individual, you have a relationship whose history has been rather controlling, domineering, very rigid and unyielding in this relationship. Now, the Emperor is paired with the Judgment card, which is a pretty profound, significant card. Um, the Judgment card is basically about kind of the last judgment, is how the picture is often portrayed. It's a card that carries quite an air of finality. It's about making a decision that typically, and perhaps a very hard, challenging decision, but a rather epic one because it's about closure on something. I think for a lot of you, and the results of this are pretty significant. And because they will, it will seal the deal. It will make something done. There's an air of finality as to what the consequences and outcomes going to be. Whatever the results or decisions of a legal situation is, litigation or a lawsuit, it's going to stick. The air of finality comes from knowing that whatever the outcome is, it's going to lay the groundwork for quite some time. You're not going to be able to reverse this one. So any of you who are considering making any major decisions or taking action on something, or again, some of you, it's going to be in dealing with a relationship with somebody that you've had a long relationship with, someone from your past, again, a father, paternal figure, perhaps a spouse or a husband who's, kind of older, a relationship that has been kind of long standing, but again, there's a sense of controlling, domineering, unyielding, kind of energy where you've just kind of gone along with them for a very long time, and you're considering this is over the next few weeks. It's about dealing with something around the situation, making some hard decisions, and speaking your truth is what I'm getting. Saying that something has to come to an end, and considering that one of the outcomes of this conversation or this interaction may be that you end up walking away from this person or this relationship, but it's something that needs to happen. The outcomes are going to be pretty final. So for those of you for whom that resonates, be careful about how you approach it. Make sure you carefully think anything out, think anything through before you actually have this interaction or conversation. Again, for those of you dealing with any kind of legal issues, lawsuits, contracts, negotiations, it looks like it will be in your favor and it will be final. Now, moving on, we have, um, and even though there are some aspects I want to add that are challenging about this, particularly those of you for whom this is dealing with a relationship, perhaps one from your past, the decisions in and of themselves may be very difficult and challenging. The speaking your truth part, standing up for yourself and saying, look, I can't allow this to go on, or I can't allow this aspect of our relationship to continue. It may be painful or difficult or challenging and maybe a little scary and intimidating at first, but this is all like for your greater good. There is an overall sense of lightening and an enlightening of energies and actually getting rid of a weight, I think, that's been there for a long time. And regardless of what the specifics are for this situation, because it's going to mean different things to all of you watching, it's connected to the past, however that plays out. So moving on, we have the next combination of cards is the Magician, another major arcana card, followed by the Four of Wands. I really like this combination for you, Gemini. The Magician is about, through your experience and wisdom and knowledge and all the lessons you've learned, trial and error, you've now reached a point in your life where you have all the knowledge, all the tools, all the wisdom, all the experience, everything necessary to manifest and build whatever you want to, because that's where the Magician is. This is about the use of all your experience and your wisdom and tools and knowledge to create, build, and manifest. This is about the exercising of your own will to shape in an external way to shape your environment the way that you want it. This is about using everything that you know and everything that you've learned in an external way and your will and intention to affect whatever you want, create, build, manifest whatever you want. It's a very powerful card. The Magician is a powerful individual. He is the master of his external world because he has all the knowledge and experience to create whatever he wants around him. Now, the Magician is paired with the and I want to add too, the magician can sometimes have a bit of a solitary energy to it as well, because the magician is a very independent person. He's walked his own way for quite a long time. And there is a sense too, particularly looking at this Three of Wands at the end, that especially if this is about a relationship, a long-standing relationship you're dealing with, there is a sense perhaps of maybe going your own way at the end of this, through this, and at the end of this, but in an empowering sort of way. It's all right. It's about kind of taking your power and control back into your life, even if it's a legal situation. It's about your being able to take back control and the ability to make your own life and your own way. It's about taking that back, or being given the ability to take your own life back, be in control of your own life and your own destiny. That Magician is paired with the Four of Wands. I really like this combination. The Four of Wands is one of those, kind of happy home cards. And it's a dynamic suit too. Wands is governed by fire. It's all about movement and change and action and building and manifesting. It's considered one of the happy home cards, and it can point to an actual celebratory event. Um, it could be a birthday, an anniversary, a wedding, a graduation, a family reunion. And when I first laid the cards out, I was kind of getting a bit of that for this paternal energy too. There may be a family event or party that you're organizing or planning on going to. That's where this paternal energy comes in. Perhaps it provides you the opportunity to kind of deal with a relationship within your family system, whether it's paternal or otherwise. Um, that's been kind of long standing, and this provides you with the opportunity for that. But we also call it the happy surprise card as well, because the Four of Wands can speak of a normal, ordinary thing, or a normal get together, or something that you look at as nice, but not extraordinary, something actually happening there to make things turn out better than you anticipate. Even though we call it the happy surprise card, because even though you know it's coming, what it is and the manner in which it comes is still a surprise. But it speaks of things working out better than you anticipate, or something coming in an unexpected way that turns out to be a blessing. And it's because of and paired with the magician, it's because of it comes as a result of using your own experience and knowledge and wisdom to create and build what you want, particularly if you're planning on going to any events, particularly if they're family oriented, like a reunion or throwing a party for somebody in the family or something. um, I think things are going to turn out better than you anticipate. If you're planning a get together or setting up a meeting, particularly with your father or a paternal figure or whoever this emperor represents, I feel like, in spite of the fact that there may be aspects of this interaction or meeting or communication that may be difficult or challenging, I think they're going to turn out better than you anticipate. And it's because of what you actually do. It's because of your being able to, again, take back control and the ability to control your own life, and to control your own destiny and how you go from here on out, and not in a really aggressive domineering sort of way, because that's what you're trying to break away from this month with the energy of that emperor, but in a positive way. I think things are going to turn out better than you anticipate. Now, moving on, we have the energy of the Six of Cups paired with the Five of Wands in reverse. So the Six of Cups is a card often linked to the past, because it's about reminiscence, nostalgia, looking back, childhood, family home, roots of origin. It can also represent travel and connection with those things. Travel back to see your parents, travel back home, travel back to the place you grew up, your roots of origin, your family home. Could be you guys are having a family reunion. And again, there's some issues about dealing with things from the past, laying a certain portion of the past to rest, whether it's focused on one specific relationship or about a specific relationship within the family system. There's a sense of putting closure on the past and laying something to rest, which has been kind of in some way taking some of the control from your life, or your ability to manifest your own destiny in some way, having closure on that. And there could be travel involved with that as well, in terms of, traveling to see a certain person from your past, or family member, or a family get together of some kind. That Six of Cups is paired with the Five of Wands in reverse. So in the upright position, the Five of Wands, it can be a card of competition in a good way, but it can be a card of competition in a negative way as well. It's a card that can represent conflict. I always get, I often get a sense of circular infighting with this card. Nobody's actually out for blood. These are practice weapons, not actual swords. But there's still a sense of continuous fighting, circular conflict, the same argument over and over again. Nobody ever winning, nobody ever losing, but it never ending either, just around and around and around and around. An old family fight, an old family argument, the same thing going on. In the reverse position, which is how this came up in connection with the past somehow, I feel, Gemini, again, there's going to be some closure over the next few weeks, perhaps going a little bit into December. There's going to be some closure on something from the past, something within your family system, something which has needed to come to a close, because it's just been going on and on and on for forever, and there's like been no resolvement out of this. It feels like there's either going to be resolvement, or you're going to make a decision to cut it loose from you in some way. It's again about taking back control, especially if it was from challenging, difficult, or painful stuff from the past. It's about closing the door on that. It's about finally bearing it once and for all, whether it's just experiences you've had from the past, and kind of taking a trip into the past over the next few weeks to do that, to put closure on it. For some of you, it could be that same energy. Um, but in actually dealing with a specific person from your past, and it could be from your past within the family system, even a paternal figure, some interaction or conversation where you're like, I'm calling this done. I need to disengage myself from this, take back control of my own life and my own destiny, and move forward. For some of you, this is going to be a reconciliation and resolvement and healing of a relationship that's been difficult or estranged. And for some of you, it's just going to be putting closure on painful aspects of your past or your childhood. And others, you may be walking away from a relationship, this relationship this month. And again, there's that legal aspect too. It has something to do with the past, but I feel like it's going to resolve in your favor, and you're not going to have to deal with this again. That Judgment card is saying when it's done, it's going to be done. Period. In a good way. There's a sense of burdens being left behind. At or towards the end of November 2016, Gemini, same message kind of echoing. We have the Three of Wands with the Queen of Swords. The Three of Wands is a great card. It's a very positive, forward-looking, future-looking. It's about having done all the work, having done everything you can, and taking a minute to stop and wait and see what the outcome is. How is this future going to play out? It's about looking forward into the future, feeling like you've reached a place where you've just finished doing a whole bunch of stuff that's about your future, preparing a foundation, laying the foundation for your future. And it's about taking a minute to kind of stop, take a breath, take a look at everything you've done, and kind of wait to see how things continue to play out from here on in. Again, it's like the next few weeks are all about all of this energy we just talked about. And at the end of November 2016, it's okay. I've done all this work. It looks like there's aspects of it which were challenging and perhaps difficult and emotionally challenging for you, but it's about you've done it. And at the end of the month, you're now looking towards the future, at what the future holds and what you're going to be able to create with your own will, your own taking back control of your own life and the manifestation of your own life and your own destiny, and really kind of being excited as you look out to the future, knowing that you have that in your hands again. It's a great card. It's also a card that can represent a sense of being alone in that, but in a positive way. Alone in the sense that maybe not even alone physically, but that you've cut a certain portion of yourself free, and you're kind of just forging ahead now into your own future. It's a beautiful, strong, empowering kind of energy. It's like you're coming into your own. Particularly because that Three of Wands is paired with the Queen of Swords, air sign, individual, female or male. And I'm just feeling this as you just coming in the beauty and fulfillment of your own inherent traits at the end of November. It's like, again, you've taken back control of your own life and your own destiny and your own future, the ability to manifest, broken away from any restrictions, any kind of domineering energy, and you're taking it back to yourself. You're coming into your own and looking ahead to the future with a lot of hope and excitement and enthusiasm. What can I manifest now? Being in your own space and in your own power. Beautiful, empowering card. Lovely air energy. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Clear thinking, straightforward, no illusions anymore. You've cut it all free. And there's a sense of lightening, of burdens being lifted and burdens being left behind. Strongly echoed and beautifully illuminated by your crowning card, which is the major arcana card of the sun, which lightens everything and illuminates everything. It brings in any information you felt you didn't have, it brings it in, and so it makes the way clear for you. Restrictions lifted, depressing energies lifted, alleviated, kind of a darkness into light, winter into spring sort of feeling, and a strong sense of fun as well, a lifting and a lightening up of energy. So beautiful. Good for you, Gemini. You're doing the hard work, making the hard decisions, but you can definitely feel that lightening up, particularly at the end of November. It's like you just shed 100 pounds, and life and the future, your future, is exciting again, and you feel in control and really excited to begin manifesting it yourself. Beautiful, powerful reading, Gemini. Um, Beautiful, powerful reading. Uh, I want to say thank you for it because it's such an empowering sort of reading. So, Gemini, that pretty much wraps up your November 2016. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope it has brought you some wisdom and insight and that you find it useful, even in some small way. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal reading for yourself or in gifting one to somebody as the holidays approach, feel free to email me at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be happy to work with you. And I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the December 2016 general readings. And until then, as always, Gemini, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.